noisy.
Welcome back, welcome back.
Am I in the shot?
Yes, you're in the shot.
I'm just not in that shot. There we go. Hey, there we go. Oh, shit.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Bart Kensington here. All right.
Welcome back to Spotlight Radio. All right. Zooman has finally made it into the building. The man behind the Obama voice finally made it into the building. So when we left off and his call dropped, he actually was talking about his transition to radio. So you are on, here in Atlanta, he is on morning radio.
Yeah, Kiss 104, the new Kiss 104.1 morning show. Myself, Art Terrell, the Morning Groove, that just started in November, tail end of November. And this is my second time doing radio in Atlanta.
Right, we were talking about the fact that he was on V103. Now, Frank, who was it, Carol and Carol?
Mike and Carol.
Mike and Carol.
Mike and Carol.
That was before, was it right before Frank and Wanda?
Yeah, Mike and Carol was on for a while. When I came on, I was on for about a year and I went to LA. I had a TV deal with NBC, Bud Light commercials and whatnots, and I bounced. And they took Wanda in. So Wanda has actually been there longer than Frank.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was with Mike and Carol.
So she actually was, you were the first comedian though.
Yeah, she came after me. And then, I mean, it wasn't always like, you know, Atlanta was using black comedians because it wasn't that big of a black comedy scene.
Right.
It was the Comedy Act Theater. And whoever was right there, they have relationships. Like Jonathan Slocum had deep relationships with Carol Blackman going to visit back and forth. But I was saying, I take the title. I'm going to claim mine. You can't halfway even take your own credit no more these days. People want to get mad at you. Yes. As a regular stand-up working comedian, still doing stand-up, and employed, I had to go that far. Employed with the swipe card for free to get in the building.
Well, how does it feel to be back on radio after
Great.
all this time?
Because the funny thing about it is, that's what I wanted to do when I was in high school. It started out that far back that I wanted to do radio. I didn't have a plan.
So you wanted to do radio, and the comedian aspect of it and the choreography just kind of fell
You want to hear something crazy?
into it.
Here's something crazy. I've not properly pursued anything I've gotten.
Really?
Nah. It was people more qualified, people who had hustled harder, people who had done all the right 1, 2, 3 ABCs, dotted I's and all that. But God said it was my turn. I could trace back every highlight in my highlight reel. Every time I got it, it was not because I pursued it the way I was supposed to go after. It was just like God saying, all right, you said you wanted it, there you go.
So let's talk about the Cat Williams. You're on tour right now with Cat Williams. How did that come about?
Man, God,
It was just your time?
I was hosting, man, I'm telling you, I ain't trying to be spiritual. I'm telling you the specific analytical breakdown of how my success happened. Cat was coming through the comedy club. I was hosting Thursday night at Atlanta Comedy Theater. I was so not thinking he was there for me that I went to the back after I saw him because I know him from LA. I used to host the Improv out in LA. I was out there for 3 years. Met him then, you know, kept a mutual respect for each other, but watched him grow his empire when I came back to Atlanta. So when I saw him in the club, I was like, oh, what's up, dude? Bam. I went to the back. I'm telling all the other comics, yo, Cat here. One of y'all probably going on tour. I done dished it off to everybody else in the room. I wasn't even thinking it was me.
And you said, God said, no, it's not them, it's you.
Next thing you know, he steps outside smoking a cigarette. I step outside, I got my little hookah pen. Them white dudes be looking like exhaust pipes sometimes.
Yeah.
And he was like, what you doing this weekend? I was like, nothing. I had 5 shows, but that was nothing. I'm calling him up. Now I can't do the show. And 3 days turned into, man, yeah, we still doing this thing.
Whoa.
Wow.
And I don't even know what to say, man. Part of my today's big blessings is something that Cat stuck his fingers in. The brother is beyond career-wise helping me.
Right.
So I'm learning a lot of life stuff.
you get the opportunity to see him in a different light than what the media has portrayed him as.
Indeed.
And tell us some of the good things that you've seen about Cat Williams. Because the media is not portraying that. You tell us.
Generous.
Very generous?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Generous, and not just generous to be like, I got it, so here, let me give it out.
Right.
Generous in a way of being discerning to know who needs at times. Sometimes they need, and it's not always a money, you know. And some of these is funny moments. I remember we was in Chicago. We all waiting to go up this elevator to the hotel, and he goes, "After you, ladies." Now there was some ladies closest to this side, and then some other ladies who were over further away that you might not be able to say was in the shot, so to speak. The ladies closest said, "Oh, thank you." They all got happy, giddied up, and they walked off into the elevator. He says, oh yeah, that's okay. I was actually talking about her. Oh, but there was a lady in a wheelchair. And he was, you know what I'm saying?
Trying
It's
to make
that
way
type.
for her
It's
to
that
come
type
through.
of thing. You know, we getting on a
Right.
plane and a veteran and elderly people coming to get in, and we're, you know, first class seats, and their coach, he'll still allow, you know, make passage, make way, and there's certain pieces of character that you're not going to see that in the snippets of media. Media, you can't see the truth even when the truth is the truth.
Yeah, that's so
So you kind of got to only experience it.
true. Do you just see life happening and that's where your jokes come from, or do you have to sit down and just focus on something and the magic just happens, or is it just life? Is that where you get your inspiration from?
It's like being a gold miner. Like all comics would consider we are like people looking for gold in them dark hills. And you shaking the pan till you see a gold nugget. Oh, there it is. Hey, fellows. You know what I'm saying? You're sifting and looking. That's if you're doing it the right way, if you're really doing it honestly, pure, like an artist should.
Right.
Not like I'm going to go back to the comic view era and regurgitate all these jokes most people don't know about. There's a whole lot of that going on. It's hard to be.
Like back in the day, they would say you're jocking for beats. Now they're jocking for jokes.
It ain't
Looking
even
at other people's
that,
jokes.
it's different though, because the climate for most things is different. Imitation as a form of flattery is like, well, don't over flatter me so much. People don't care that folks rob something. There's a rapper called 21 Savage. The dude got the cojones to come back and go, well, I'm 22 Savage. What? Just that fast, word?
Right.
Just that fast?
Yeah.
I wish the dude would have pulled up in back of me after my career, just get kicked in and go, I'm new man. Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
New man?
Well, with
New
all
man and
this stuff going
Zooman?
on,
Are you serious, bruh?
with all this stuff going on, do you find like with Tiffany Haddish and the whole I'm spilling the tea because someone bit Beyonce on the face, or Roseanne Barr putting Wendy Williams in check? She did put, if you didn't see
that was
it,
hilarious.
she put Wendy Williams in check.
That
Wendy was coming
hilarious.
after her regarding her husband, her ex-husband, and Roseanne looked at her and gave her that mama look like, we're not going to talk about husbands, are we?
Man,
And
shout out.
shut Wendy Williams down.
Shout out to my generation.
So-
We built so different than what this newer breed is about, and they doubt sometimes. They miscalculate what they think they can get done and not get done. Too much of my generation, we the last of analog. We're a combination of analog and digital. We analog babies that created digital. From that point forward, after us is all digital babies. So we kind of know how to do without technology. We know how to think
Right.
without having to search,
Right.
Google search stuff. We got information stored. We have to go look up real quick.
Well, do you find that sometimes people feel like they can throw a jab like Wendy did Roseanne?
Yeah.
And think that you're still, because you're a comedian, you're still required to be funny?
Wendy is out the loop on who Roseanne Barr is.
Yeah.
Roseanne Barr is a beast on that comedy stage. She comes from the grrr of it all. She ain't no
does.
internet sensation.
Right.
She
does.
banged out clubs until TV says you need your own show. Then she beat up ratings all the way down. Then she comes back and beats up ratings on the new intro. you shouldn't do typical Wendy Williams tactics.
Right.
You should just go ahead and do your, you know, praise and raise. Do that. Don't do that. Don't try to get that in.
What about the Tiffany situation?
What happened?
Well,
I be out the loop on gossipy stuff. Gossipy, girly stuff. I'm still a dude. That's what I'm saying. My generation. I'm still a dude.
well, basically, they're saying that she's getting a lot of backlash because she spilled the tea about someone at a party biting Beyonce on the face.
Well, I mean.
And so it's a lot of tea about it, saying that she should not have spilled the tea. But still,
all this tea
so
stuff.
they're saying that it's,
just drink.
So all they're saying is that it kind of is hurting her career because she spilled some gossip.
That part right there, that's what I check out. That's a kindergarten conversation. I can't even. There ain't no such thing as killing careers. People be so ready to be the one who had the scoop on whose career about to die. Everybody's a curator. If we all on stage performing, who watching?
Right, right.
I'm so sick of all the curators.
Right.
That's what I want to knuckle up with. Back, yo, because curators snatch, and now there's a whole nother lane of river flow just for curators. Just to be the one who had to scoop the story, which creates an actual conversation about different teas.
Exactly.
I'm saying I don't swim in that river, that's all. I'm not sheep. I don't get down.
Well, but those of you,
but if it had to happen, I'm saying if somebody did bite Beyonce on the nose,
on the face.
Yeah, like
is it blood involved? I wasn't even a bite. There's no blood. I wasn't looking for the juicy blood.
I'm not gonna say it.
Blood. There wasn't no bite.
They ain't crying over spilled tea.
Rico Styles says Tiffany Haddish is smart, hilarious, and just real. And that's what I was getting at. Sometimes I think that we see a comedian and we don't think that, you know, sometimes society puts you in a box not to be offensive as the court jester.
No, it is.
You know, that's how they put you in that box.
And I love it when they try that.
And not understanding that you're just like everyone else. You have feelings. Your feelings hurt. You jab at me. You know, just like Roseanne, just like Tiffany. You know, you just can't keep coming to people because you think.
Here's the thing, right? And I tell people this. Me being a comedian is like somebody knowing karate and you want to play slap box with them. Hey man, don't do that. You're playing around with somebody who it takes way more for them to withhold hurting you than the amount of I don't know what I'm doing that you could get away with. So when you start, I tell people, when you start messing around with a comic, I'm going to say something that ain't going to be funny to a crowd. It's going to stay with you and wake you up at night. Because we sociologists too. We sociologists. We don't play around, dude. We don't, like, there are nights I've been on stage and I'm like, this ain't even for the crowd, dude. This for you, for real in real life.
Have you ever experienced a heckler? He's probably one of them.
Again, I deal with you in real life. I'm not going. It's not going to become your courtroom. If you start heckling, you think you're about to create a heckler comic situation. No, what you just created was a psychiatrist and patient situation.
You're going to bring them right back down to...
Oh, I'm about to break your brain open. That's what you came for? Bet. Let's see what's going on with you here. Now, you just hollered out at the comedy club. Nobody else did. So what you feel like you need attention? No, we're going to get to the jokes. You need attention. All right, so tell me about your dad. You don't know. All right, what about mom? You don't know. That's how you dissect a heckler. You take them someplace they ain't planning on going.
Yeah.
I don't sit here breaking a dude up about his life.
Yeah.
Because when I'm saying that we sociologists, I'm saying I ain't doing that and it's not accurate. The stuff I'm peeling back in whatever setting it is, we lethal. I'm accurate. The people around him are going, that is him.
Right.
The people with you will out your behind when we write. The people who know you best. So, I mean, don't feed the animals, man. Let people do their thing.
We have about 5 more minutes. 404-751-5062. That's 404-751-5062. We are here with the hilarious Cory Zooman Miller. You can catch him on tour with Cat Williams. If you missed the Atlanta show a few weeks ago, you can kind of, where can they go? Ticketmaster, Live Nation.
You could go back to Ticketmaster next year. But we're gone.
Oh, you're gone? It's
that's
over?
it.
I thought it was one more show.
Here?
No, just in general, you guys are all over the place.
Yeah, we touring until June.
Yeah, this is worldwide, baby.
Oh, bam.
So look in your area.
Nashville and New Orleans this weekend.
Okay, so Nashville, New Orleans this weekend.
Yeah, cash bill.
And you can catch Cat Williams along with Cory Zooman Miller, who will
Mark Curry, Red Grant, whole squad up.
And they will be over. So he is going to give us that rap that we missed on the phone about the waffle, chicken and waffle. Is this your chicken and waffle?
Nah, we don't even do that. We don't even do that. We don't even.
So we're waiting on the DJ to cue it up.
There you go.
There you go.
Can I cuss in here?
Yeah, you can. It's internet.
First off, we want to say fuck IHOP. Waffle House thugs up in the bitch. Hey, eggs, butter, grits, toast. Push your fingers up. Waffle House, we the most. Hey, Waffle House, we the most. Hey, Waffle House, we the most. Eggs, butter, grits, toast. Push your fingers up. Waffle House, we the most. Hey, Waffle House, we the most. Hey, Waffle House, we the most. I'm at Waffle House. And I don't know why, cause the food only good if you drunk or you high. So I'ma walk on by because I'm so high. I might walk up in that place and order some pancakes. Did I say pancakes? I think I messed up. I'm at the Waffle House, but I ain't dressed up. I'm in some shit that I wear when I just wanna, that's a convict working on the grill. I swear Drake shouldn't come pill. I'm talking like I ain't even got a deal. I'm trying to self-edit on the curses and each of all my Waffle House verses. The eggs, the butter, the grits and the toast. The comics, they lined up, them niggas wanna roast. I sit here, I grab mics, I always wanna boast. I'm getting it in with World Star, hi-ho. Hey, off the dome. When we roam, bring it back microphone, get it on. All alone with my girl sitting here with the chocolate baton. Hey, we do it this, DJ, he steady spinning. I'm in this, switching that out for the last inning. Bring it back, change my style, change my station, change my whole nation. Jump to the Caribbean, but the bomb cloud never run up and I tell him. Watch what me doing, me run up and me get them. Me see the Waffle House, they running out the thing that, running out the thing, my mama eat it like we think that. Push up your hand and me watch out me. Blup, 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 blup. DJ Will, what on? What? DJ, pull up. Watch us how big tune that. Watch me, what? Watch out. Fire burn. Watch me. Chuck, come here, push up your hand and stomp on your feet and jump around and make the music sound sweet and now one big test me them boy incomplete and lick out we heat and bag up we weed and boom, back shots all down we can. Hey, look on the girl, she a freak there. Yeah, she do it each and every other week there. Then she act like she never see me. Gina, why you so nasty? That's what they ask me. Whenever them a pass me, DJ pull up the blood clot right.
Oh, don't take it back to the old school now. You're taking it back to the old school.
Push up the hand on the Mustang with the DJ wheel.
Wheel? What do you mean wheel? Hold on, what do you mean, boss? Hold on. What do you mean, slow down, boss? Hold on, wait.
Whoa!
Bad boy tracks, eh?
Some big
bad mind, eh? Bad mind.
You are live on World Star with Cory Zooman Miller.
What happening? Listen, you see me? There's a big problem here, yeah, I did that. You're top rated, you know. Top rated! I'm not Jamaican. I ate a piece of jerk chicken earlier. Still some jerk chicken left.
Alright, we're about to wrap this up. So what's next for you?
That's my DJ. What? That's my DJ. Want fire! I want someone come test me. I have knowledge and information. I want some school book thing that come to test me. SAT MCAT.
Comfy.
Comfy bomber click test me. Top rated, you know. You want to test?
You see what I have to deal
What?
with?
DMV driver test. Want to test me?
Did you say DMV driver?
Yes.
$5 minivan driver.
Yeah.
Booklet.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Me not drive Uber. Me drive
Oh,
Uber.
he has a crazy Uber story.
Yeah, man.
What happened with Uber Eats?
Yeah, man. Me tell you what happened. So, me order up some nice salmon, you know. Big 17 piece of fish, you know. $17 piece of fish that, you know. Me look upon the menu, a $17 for a piece of fish. Me not care that. Me spend money that way. But when the piece come, man, not even big as this notebook sheet of paper, this, man. A small piece like, man, small, like a business card size piece of salmon, man. I'm mad about that. And then big fat cornbread type waffle that, man. And you know, they make the cornbread out of the waffle thing. And no drinks. I ordered 3 Arnold Palmer. You know, when they mix the iced tea with the lemonade, man, 3 Arnold Palmer, man, none of them arrive.
Not two.
None of them arrive. I'm gonna take a whole hour, man. I could have make my own Arnold Palmer myself. Fresh lemons and fresh tea. But I can't deal with the foolishness. So I call them and cuss them out. But they not care because they laugh at this type of thing. DJ, pull up the blood. Oh,
So we are going to end the show because we have the next show coming up. Stay
why?
tuned.
Because you have a test to do? Who want a test?
Oh, you have to stay tuned for Precious and Kamaya on their show coming up next. And basically we're going to say thank you for coming in and joining us in the studio. This is Cory.
Zooman Miller, Instagram, get at me. And Kiss
and his
104.
social media is
Kiss 104.1 morning show, Mondays through Fridays, 5 to 9 a.m. Art and Zooman morning group. Holla at us.
and follow him on social media.
Zooman Miller.
Zooman
And
Miller.
don't follow me for foolishness, because I'm not dealing with the foolishness. I only take tests. Want to test me?
All right, guys. So we want to thank you again for tuning in to the Spotlight. Same time next week, Thursdays from 7 to 8 p.m. And I am your hostess here. This is DJ Biggs, and we want to say goodbye.
Hey, boy, she focused. She want to turn up, get it, turn up, lit, in it, big, shout it. What you want to do with big, like me? Hey, shout it, hey.